Welcome back to the channel, folks. Happy Gat Crypto here. So I have no doubt everybody's freaking out a little bit. Not everybody, but a considerable amount of people are freaking out. We do see these things across the board, and it's just something we pay attention to, especially in times like this. And what I can honestly say to you from the title of this video is do nothing. Sit on your hands, relax. Your Luna Classic coins are fine. Your other coins are fine if you've got those from your staking rewards. Everything is fine. You don't need to freak out. The only times you need to freak out right now is if you don't have your monomics, okay? If there's some sort of piece of information you're missing that you just don't have. In that case, go find help, head over to our Telegram group, and we'll try and help you as much as you can. Monomics are important. Monomics are your seed phrases. It doesn't matter which one you call them. Monomics, seed phrases, either or. You need those. The only time you're going to get presented with those is when you create a wallet. If you don't write them down then you're never getting those monomics again, and the only way to rectify that issue is to make another wallet, ensure you write down the monomics, and then send everything from the wallet with the monomics that you don't have to the wallet that you do have, and then just forget about that old account. Because you can recover a wallet with a seed phrase, you can create a new part, you can do all of these new things, but you just can't do it the other way around. Now, there's a buffer that's been left, and you should still have access to the mobile application on your phone. I do currently, and I'm checking it on a tablet, and I'm checking it on 2 phones as well, and it's still working across the board there. So there is a buffer for people, but recently there was a proposal put through for 5x gas fees, and this is causing all sorts of mayhem. Validators aren't doing the update right, and pretty much because it's all got construed, it needs rectifying in a manner that will require probably some proposals. A proposal takes 7 days, as we know. So this issue, however they're going to fix it or approach it, I don't know, but we need to understand that this issue with gas fees right now is totally separate to all of the bugs that you're seeing with Station. There's lots of bugs and there's a huge backlog. I've seen messages and other people saying that there's a huge backlog. They're looking for people to go through stress test and then correct issues and do all of these different things because they're short-staffed. The one thing I will point out here, which is what I've pointed out previously, is that this seems rushed. This whole thing seems rushed, and it doesn't feel like there was no need for them to do. I don't understand what the rush was to get this done like now. It needed to go in now. Maybe this is just the way that they plan to do it or whatever, but it just feels a little bit rushed and it could be done a little bit better. This issue with the 5x gas fees, like I said, it's a learning curve for the community. We did vote no for this. I don't even know if it's going to be showing up. Yeah, there you go. We did vote no for this. And the biggest issue we have right now is that, you know, a lot of the validators are just not doing the research. It's literally just going with the flow of the ocean and seeing what everybody else does and then kind of following suit with that. And then you're getting a very small amount of validators that are actually looking into it and realizing, you know, this isn't done properly. There's not enough data. The planning, what we need to start having is like a method statement, exactly how we plan to do it, how it's going to be done, the things that are going to be incorporated. You know, we really do need to start laying, especially things like this, out very carefully, because we're just going to keep ending up in situations like this where you're all sat there saying, I can't send this, I can't delegate that, I can't withdraw this, and all of these different things. Now, you can just keep spamming it and eventually it probably would go through, but you're going to, more than likely, I don't know for certain, but the likelihood is you're going to get charged for each one of those little transactions. So be aware of that. It's best to sit on your hands right now and see what the higher powers that be, i.e. the people that we've paid to look after the blockchain, the people we've just paid another $150,000 to. It really does come down to them, TFL, and how they're going to merge and work together on this call. The word merge sends tingles up people's spines. As to people freaking out, I 100% get it because everything's new. There's been times before on CXs where your coins just go missing, right? It's not something that hasn't happened before. There's reasons for you to feel this way. So we totally get it. Don't feel stupid. Don't feel like you can't ask for help, because you totally can. That's why we have Telegram groups and we try to help people as much as we can wherever we can. as we move into this year, we really do need to get over this issue currently with just the majority just going yes. Just saying yes and thinking that there's no, and this is the issue, there's not enough data put in with these kind of things. And some people will argue that and say, well, there was enough data, people just aren't reading it. But at the same time, it takes, some people don't check on crypto for like a whole week. Some people have really busy jobs, and there's all sorts of different people that can have inputs in on this. And I was going to comment on this, but I just felt, you're making yourself a target. Just say no to it. And if it turns out that it's bad, because ultimately we end up in this pool of people that are just sort of ranting and raving from the outside and saying, no, this is really bad. It's just better to kind of let things play out, especially when you're providing around 2.440% of that no vote compared to what is being provided on a yes vote. We really do need to get over this issue of centralization of power. Now, if you go to stake, you've got, and we went over this in a previous video. Now, I don't see the quick stake making a huge difference with people who are currently involved with LUNC. I think it's going to make a difference with people who are new, people who don't listen to YouTube content, people who are not in the know. They're not really even part of it. They're just going to grab a bag, and then they've heard about staking. They can send it here, and they're likely just going to go quick stake because they're going to click on manual stake and they're going to think, yeah, I just don't know who to go with one of these. The likelihood is they're not going to understand what the commission means, the vote and power. We've all been there, right? So I think this quick stake system is going to benefit new users coming on board, not the current users. But this is really good. Another thing they've done to get around the issue, and you're seeing it here, is I think on the mobile app, it shows in alphabetical order, or somewhere it shows in alphabetical order, but they've changed this. I think we've gone over to a similar system to how everything works over at Luna, because theirs was never alphabetical. And yeah, so there's a lot of good things that are happening. And then there's also all these kind of little bugs. And like I said, it's not financial advice. Freak out if you want to. Sit there, refresh your phone as much as you can. But the best thing to do in situations like this, go chill with your family, put on a film, grab a Twix out of the fridge if you feel like having a Twix, or some Doritos, whatever you're into, and just relax. Your coins are safe. The likelihood is there's going to be an update come from Jared TFL. If you're not following him on Twitter, the likelihood is you're going to want to follow him to keep up to date with everything that's going on, because he's the person leading this whole kind of community driven update system that's coming out of the TFL side. So do keep updated with that. And like I said, just try not to freak out. There's not much any of us can do in this situation, including myself, and it's across the board. So just stay safe, folks. Beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody pretending to be me. Don't forget you can delegate coins with us if you feel like it. Our burn is once a month, every month without fail. And yeah, just stay safe. I've already had a few messages of a few different people saying to me, I've given my seed phrases to some random, what they thought was the new station. Turns out it's not the new station. And we just can't say to you guys to be more aware of all the scams. Question everything, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Our revenge is made possible by listeners like you. By listeners like you. Our revenge is made possible by listeners like you. By listeners like you. Our revenge is made